Here are the biggest headlines you probably missed last week. Hey, I'm John B. I tell you the truth about mortgage and finance, and that's why you follow me. A lot happened last week, so let's get into it. Existing home sales were down 0.7% from December to January, but median prices were up 1.3% to $359,000 year over year. So even though volume is down a little bit, pricing has been able to stay pretty strong. New home sales numbers also came out this week. New home sales rose 17.1% over last year, although prices dropped 5.3% as builders have been really motivated to move their inventory. And that trend for builders to give sales incentives to buyers is continuing this year, which is great news for anyone in the new home market. We also saw some big news in the mortgage world. First, Wells Fargo, who at one point was one of the largest mortgage lenders in the country, laid off almost all of their home mortgage consultants nationwide. This doesn't come as much of a shock as they've been removing themselves from the correspondent lending market for some time now, which essentially means they don't really want to do mortgages anymore. This is yet another casualty that highlights the difficulty that this industry has had over the last year. But we did have some good news this week. FHA Mortgage Insurance just dropped from 0.85% to 0.55%. That means more people should be able to qualify for FHA loans, and they'll be able to save thousands of dollars on their monthly mortgage insurance bill over the life of the loan. The Consumer Spending Report also came out this week and showed that we spent 1.8% more over last month. And that's despite the crazy inflation that we've been dealing with. And in a normal economy, that would be great news. But unfortunately, when inflation is high, any good news is really bad news. That's because we need consumer spending to come down in order for inflation to come down. And we need inflation to come down for the Fed to stop hiking their interest rates. Because the more interest rate hikes we get, the closer we're going to be to a recession. However, St. Louis Fed President James Bullard said in a statement that we do have the opportunity to get inflation under control, but the Fed is going to have to be pretty persistent on their rate hikes in order to do it. Not exactly encouraging news, especially in a week that the stock market tanked and lost all of its gains from 2023. And with this mixed bag of news, mortgage rates were also pretty volatile, though they ended up close to where they started at 6.88% nationwide. So that's it for this week, but be sure to stay tuned because we got a lot of news coming up. Several Federal Reserve bigwigs are going to be giving speeches, and we'll be getting the consumer confidence and the initial jobless claims reports, both of which are crucial for us to understand what to expect from the Federal Reserve at their meeting next month. So be sure to follow me and I'll keep you up to speed.